Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. We've made it through another week. Maybe. So I am on right before Claire goes to take a nap because I have a call at 1 o'clock. So I jumped on for the next 20 minutes or so before I have to go put her down. And we're going to stamp together. So this is today's daily dose of stamping therapy. I'll be honest, I have been avoiding this card. So that's the one we're doing today. Hi, Karen. Welcome. And I don't even really know why I've been avoiding this card. Here, I might be able to actually set this up right here. Because it's really not like a hard card by any means or anything. But yeah, for some reason I've just been like avoiding it. And there's only 3 of these cards. So like how hard could it really be? I made the original and did it for a class. So it can't be that bad. Having a good day. I'm excited that we have seen a little bit of sun today. It's kind of playing peekaboo, but it's better than rain all day because I thought it was supposed to like rain and storm all day. I have set on my schedule to bake on the days that it's raining because then we can't go outside. So that'll be like my activity. And I haven't baked yet because luckily we have been going outside every time it's not raining. So, I mean, that's kind of a good thing, especially because I'm sure if I bake, I'm just going to like eat it all. And let's be honest, there's only 3 of us and one of them is a 2-year-old, less than 2. So like, yeah, me and Brad will probably be eating the majority of it. Okay, so now I'm just going to add here the designer series paper. We'll tell her I said hello to. I'm not sure which one it is, so I don't want to shout out a name just in case. Which this side of the paper is super, super cute, but that's the side that we're actually going to put face down. Because we're going to put a little koala on there. We could put a little toucan, but that, I don't know. There's only 3 cards, so I think I'll probably end up doing the same one just to avoid having to clean more than one stamp. So, what do you guys think about the crooked part? Whenever, like, I kind of sometimes think I like it. Hi, Ladine. Welcome. If you're just jumping on, give me a shout out so that I know who all is on. For some reason, like, some of the things tell me who's on and some of them don't. So, I'm not really sure why. But let me know what you think about the crookedness. Brad's always like, it just looks weird and it makes me want to straighten it. And for the most part, it does for me too. But then sometimes I just think it looks like cute to kind of be like just a little off. Maybe that's because I'm just a little off a lot of times. Oh no! I forgot to stamp the background. So here we have this little stamp, which is the little confetti piece from the Bonanza Buddies stamp set. And I need to stamp that all over the background. I can still add some into that other card in different places and sort of make it look like it wasn't a mistake. Because you only really need to go like around the outside edges. So who slept through the storm last night, if you're here in the Midwest, and who got woken up by it? We definitely got woken up by it. First it was the thunder that woke me up, and then I was just about to fall asleep again, and the hail, oh my. It probably doesn't help. Like our bedroom has vaulted ceilings, so like you can really hear. And it was really loud. I thought like golf balls were being thrown around. Okay, so Now we're just going to go back. See how much that subtle little background does? Like, this one's just kind of plain. And this one just with a few of those little background pieces. And I did it in smoky slate onto smoky slate. So it kind of gives that like watercolor, like just a hint of a look without like overpowering it. And it's so amazing. So this one's going to look a little weird because I'm not going to be able to like go under, but I think it'll be okay. I'm making sure to fall off a lot since I can't go in. So I'm falling off instead of falling in. So yeah, it still works. And then now we'll do this one. I think I'm going to spend a lot of my weekend mailing out cards. So I'm kind of shooting for like maybe like a goal of like 20 cards to mail out. And these are going to be some of my older relatives, some great aunts and uncles, because my grandparents as well as Brad's grandparents are both gone. So I'm going to do some of my great aunts and uncles, and some friends who I haven't spoken to, some of my mom friends, because we're all struggling. If you have little toddlers, like, the struggle is real. I mean, we're getting through, but, you know, like, Pinterest is great to find little craft ideas to do for kids, but when they're not even 2 yet, that craft idea doesn't really go as planned. It's like the perfect Pinterest fail. So we did pom-poms, and we were playing with them in a muffin tin, and she just wanted to take all the pom-poms, put them in her little bag, and off she went. Because she is a bag lady through and through. She just wants to carry everything around in a bag, and then the bag goes in the shopping cart, and she pushes the shopping cart around, and that's how she rolls. So yeah, now I'm finding pom-poms all over the house. They're glittery. The worst part is she had one of the pom-poms in the car, like, because I've been getting out these pom-poms for a while now, but I got out a whole bunch to do with the tin so that we could like play with them, like color coding and stuff like that. She's not quite into the color coding too much right now, but we'll get there. But some of them that have the glitter, I've learned that you can pull the glitter strands out really easily because she did that one time in the car. I was like, oh, no big deal. She's got her purse with her. The purse was filled with a few pom-poms. I opened the door at wherever we were, the store, something like that, and she goes, uh-oh, and there's these like little glittery strands like everywhere. It's kind of like Easter grass almost, but they're only like that long. It's fun. It decorates the vacuum. I almost couldn't think of the word. Okay, so now I'm going to I need to take this away, so it's slowly going to fall over, but I'm going to get a smaller block. And I stamped happy birthday on the bottom of the tag, like that. And I used terracotta tile, which is the dark color here. So I have all my terracotta tile happy birthdays. Now I'm going to ink up this one. This is actually one of the presents, like one of the bows for the presents. But I'm inking it up in black, and it's going to actually be my string for my balloon. And I'm kind of winging it on placement based off of where I know the sample was. And here's hoping it's all good. It needs to be low enough that there's still room for the balloon, but also that it can go in his hand. because I don't really want it like floating. I definitely brought over like all my big blocks, and I really need all my little blocks. So now I'm just going to stamp the top of that little bow with a balloon. And this one here does actually have the ribbons already on it because I was showing someone how to do that. So that's already there. And then now we just need a little bit of these scraps to do our little koala. Again, all of these images are from the Birthday Buddies stamp set. And then you can either fussy cut out the images, or there are coordinating dies. The coordinating dies are currently unavailable to purchase, but they are coming back on April 13th. Fingers crossed. So for the little koala, I'm actually using Smoky Slate and stamping him down. I technically only need 3, but I'm going to give myself some grace and stamp a 4th one. Yes, so the tag is actually from the same Birthday Bonanza dies. And if you notice, it's got that little stitching around it, and then it also does, it punches that out too. So it die cuts it out, punches out that center, and then also adds that fabulous little stitching. And then we're going to do his little mouth and nose with Memento Black again. And I'm running out of clear blocks. Ooh, look, here's a little block over here. Now, I will say, sometimes it's easier to stamp the darkest image, aka the nose in the black, first, and then add the Smoky Slate around it, because the Smoky Slate is lighter, and sometimes it's easier to be able to see through the lighter stamps. But that's why I stamped 4, because one of them I can toss. Nailed it. And look how he like so comes to life. Like whenever you're doing like animals or like people or something like that, it's like it looks good, and then like you either color it or like you add a face and you're like, oh, it just like came to life and became so much cuter. Nailed it. That one's a little off. Little to the side, which you could always fill in with a black marker too. That one was really good. So I have 3, and then I just won't use that one with the little side. So we're going to die cut him and add him where he's holding, like where his hand is like under, or the balloon is under his hand. So really, you can't see the bow that's on it. You really can just tell that it's a balloon. If that. I don't know. You could also leave the balloon off if you wanted to, but it's still kind of cute. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to leave the die cutting to do off camera so that I'm not like up and moving and all over the place. But I'm going to adhere these labels on. And I'll show you how I added those bows too. He is cute, isn't he? And you could always do, if you didn't want to do the koala, you could always do the toucan or the lion too. That's all personal preference. Let me show you. The toucan is down here and the lion is over here. The lion has the face and they go together. Don't forget that celebration ends on Tuesday. So this is the final celebration weekend. So now's a great time to stock up. So I have 3 strands of the baker's twine. And I'm going to do bunny ears to make a bow. So I have my 2 bunny ears. And I'm going to tie a knot with those bunny ears. So it's kind of a mess right now. One's short, one's long. So I'm just going to hold here at that center knot and pull the tails until I have it at the correct size that I want. Pulling tight again. And then I'm just going to trim my ends, my tails. So that kind of came out ales, but my ends, my tails, whichever you want to call them. And then I'm going to add this to the card with mini glue dots. And I usually add like almost like 3 little mini glue dots like all along the top to really like squeeze in and get all of those. And I also like, for some reason, these want to like fling up. So like, let me see if I can show you in the back. See how the ones on this side are like nice and going down and the ones on this side are like flipping up? So the mini glue dots are going to help control that because I'm just going to pull them down and then stick it down and the mini glue dot is going to hold it where it is. So definitely use your adhesives to tell ribbon where it needs to go. Let me go get some mini glue dots. Okay, so these are the kind of mini glue dots that come in like kits. And I always have like a million of them because for the most part for kits, I still use my regular snail adhesive unless I'm traveling with the kit. So I just added, like you're probably not going to be able to see them. Oh, you can a little bit. They're kind of shiny right there. So I just added 3 little mini glue dots right to the top of that. And then I'm just going to press my ribbon into it. And the tails kind of go over the balloon, which also kind of covers up the balloon. So the balloon's kind of being covered up by the koala and the ribbon. But that's okay. It's those subtle little pieces that really give the card depth and texture. So again, here's 3 strands and my bunny ears. Ooh, I have a good question for you guys today. Have any of you ever washed your reusable grocery bags? And how do you do it if you did? Like, do you just throw them in the laundry? Do you put them on, like, do you put them in by themselves on like a gentle cycle? Like a small gentle cycle with just those? Do you toss them in with rugs? Do you just throw them away after so long? But do you wash your reusable grocery bags? And if so, how? And like, do you wash the ones that have like the metallic foil that are supposed to be for like keeping things cold? Do you wash those? Do you just like wipe them out with a Clorox wipe? Like, I'm interested to know. I've wiped them out with Clorox wipes before, but I've never actually like washed them. So now I'm so excited. It's like a weight has been lifted. I'm done with these cards minus adding the koalas. So I'm just going to die cut those and add those with some Stampin' Dimensionals. And that set of cards is, oh wait, we forgot the inside. That's what I have this for. I think for the inside, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same little confetti piece and I'm going to stamp it all up and down the side with terracotta tile. So I'm actually going to stamp it like 3 times before going back to the ink for a nice variation in color. It's really amazing how many colors you can get from one ink pad by just doing variations like that. Super, super cute. Also, don't forget, I just went back to the ink again. Now let's hope that this like pattern lines up correctly. I do still have a few kits left over from the class that was canceled this week. So I've made all of the kits. And if you would like the 5 cards, they're already made for you. So you can use them to send out or you can use them to use as your examples to recreate in your own craft room. So there's 5 completed cards all ready to go with envelopes. And if you're interested in one of those card packets, let me know and I'll put your name on it and get it sent out to you. Not sure if the foil lined ones. Okay, but do you put the regular ones or are those too thin and flimsy? I mean, some of them seem like really thick and good and other ones seem really flimsy and I'm like, that is not going to survive the wash machine. So then I'm like, do I need to hand wash them? And then that just sounds tedious and a pain and I don't know how often I would do it. So there is the inside. Can't forget that Claire has to go down for a nap soon. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to get started on another set of cards real quick, just because I don't want to go do that yet. So this set of cards, I don't actually have the sample anymore because I did this card for like Halloween, I think it was, and it had a little monster on it. And I have not washed any. Okay. Well, that makes me feel better that I haven't either. So this kind of goes down here and I can stamp whatever I want up top. So I think maybe I'll just stamp the toucan on there and do that instead of doing like the monster or something. And since it's gray, then I really don't want to stamp like something that one apparently I've already glued down. Oh, this one too. Okay, well, no mistakes making here because I've already glued them down. But the toucan's black, so I feel like he'll go the best on the gray and show up because the lion in yellow is probably not going to work. So we're just going to stamp the little toucan. Ooh, you know what I feel like I need? Is that foam mat. So, if you've never stamped with one of these, this is the Stampin' Pierce mat. And when you have an image that's super like solid, so it's not bad, but see how he isn't like super solid. He's kind of like white-ish and didn't get like a nice, strong, bold image. When you're using photopolymer stamps and they're solid like this, you know how photopolymer, and it could actually be because my ink pad needs to be re-inked too, so we'll see how this goes. Photopolymer doesn't have that foam in it like our red rubber stamps do. So, okay, so it's a little bit better. I actually think it might be my ink pad because it's a nice smooth image, but it's not like fully solidly smooth. But stamping on the Stampin' Pierce mat helps give some of that foam pressure, and it gives like a nice even pressure to your stamped image. And it works amazing. Like I said, I'm pretty sure my ink pad actually just needs to be re-inked because it's there. It's just not 100% solid. But that's okay because it's still super cute. So now I think I'm just going to stamp Let's Celebrate You underneath it because it fits. And I'm kind of making this up as I go because this is a totally different card than what my original sample looked like. It was a Halloween card. But I have 3 bits and bobs left over. So we're making this work. And I think it's going to be super cute. And I think I'm going to, like I did with that last card, I am going to stamp this little dude on the background in terracotta tile. So it's going to give that subtle look like we had with the card before, this one. And if you're just jumping on, I'm just using up some of my old leftover card packets. As you can see, this one was from Halloween, so I'm super behind on some of them and not so behind on others. So I'm kind of like pulling out of the depths of my cabinet back there. Oh, no, we're good. As well as still doing some current ones too. And I totally stamped on the Stampin' Pierce mat, but that's okay. Question of the day is, have you washed your reusable grocery bags, and how do you wash them? Do you wash them in the wash? I did a boo-boo. I stamped a black one. That's why you don't have 2 ink pads open at the same time. I wonder. Yep, we're good. I'm going to put that image, stamp, or leave the image over the top of it. But I do need to clean this. See, it happens to me too. It's okay. We got it. We got it. Anyway, this is maybe why I shouldn't talk and stamp at the same time. Do you wash your reusable grocery bags? And if so, how? Hand washing, wash machine. And do you also wash the foil lined ones, or do you just like wipe those out with a Clorox wipe? So let me know in the comments. Sounds like Claire's ready for a nap. Or at least Mommy and Daddy are ready for Claire to take a nap. So I'm going to finish this one real quick, and then I'll show you what it's going to look like in the end. Okay, thank goodness there was only 3 of those. Okay, so I'm going to take this and add the little ribbon across So I'm just putting a dab of adhesive along there to press the ribbon into. And then I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals to secure it on the back side. This side I left a very small piece, but that's okay. We got it. Perfect. Okay, that's enough dimensionals, Laura. The toddler is losing it. I can hear Brad saying, "Didn't you want me to lay on the ground? Do you want me up? What do you want?" That's when you know it's definitely nap time or she's hungry, and she's always hungry. So I can't say that just because she finished lunch means she's not hungry, because she's always hungry. So that's what it looks like. Super cute. And the little background, adorable. I might add like some little gems around just to kind of add a little extra flair, but that black foil paper is super fabulous. So super cute. I'm really excited about how this turned out. I almost think I might like it better than how I liked the monster card that I did. But yeah, super, super fabulous. So that is all for today's daily dose of stamping therapy. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope these storms aren't horrible and you don't have any damage from the hail last night if you're here in central Illinois-ish. Hi, Kim. Welcome. You'll have to watch the replay because I'm just now getting off. But we made this card and this upside down and this one. Super cute. Both of them using the Bonanza Buddies stamp set. And then don't forget that celebration ends on Tuesday. So get in those last orders. I'll be placing an order possibly sometime over the weekend and then again on Tuesday because I placed one yesterday, but I already had someone who caught me right after I had placed it. So, and then I also still have that card class that got canceled this week. I still have card sets left over, so let me know if you're interested in one of those. I hope you guys all have a wonderful Friday, a wonderful weekend. I don't know if I'll be getting on this weekend. I'm going to hope to not do as much work on the weekend. So I'll see you guys later. Hugs, love, and prayers to all of you. Stay safe and healthy. Bye-bye.